I was talking with the client and she was just complaining about this relationship that she was in. It was a friends with benefit type of relationship. And she was just complaining and saying how it was just so hard for her to leave the relationship and she didn't know what to expect. She was scared of what she was leaving and she kind of had hope that maybe the relationship worked. And she was just upset about just being stuck in this place, in this situation in her life. And I just had to look at her and be honest with her and let her know that the life you want, the healing you crave, the love you desire is hidden in everything that you're avoiding. Everything that you're avoiding to do, the hard thing, the hard truth is holding you back. It's keeping you stuck because you're avoiding to do what's necessary. Being comfortable is crippling you. Being comfortable in that comfort zone is holding you back. It's paralyzing you emotionally, mentally, spiritually. It's keeping you in this place of settling. It's keeping you in this place of doubting yourself, doubting your truth, doubting what you are capable of. See, you don't realize how great you can be. You don't realize that the love you can experience because you've held yourself back because of fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of what's next, fear of doing what's hard and facing those consequences. See, we avoid discomfort, but we expect transformation. See, you have to get in a place of being uncomfortable in order to see your healing, or in order to experience the new you, in order to evolve into who you are called to be. You got to be willing to step out of that comfort zone and into the discomfort, into the unknown. But because you've been avoiding the discomfort, you've been settling. This is the reason why you in situations that you no longer desire. This is the reason why you feel stuck. This is the reason why you doubt yourself, or you feel that it's impossible to really experience true love, or it's impossible to really have the life that you desire, or it's impossible to really do the things that you really want to do and you envision yourself doing. You envision yourself getting healthy, getting fit, having the career that you desire, having the relationship that you desire, but you've been holding yourself back for so long that it seems unbelievable. It seems like it's unreal that you can't even fathom yourself being in a higher place and a better position in your life. See, you want the deep love without the emotional risk, but it's going to require you to take some risk in order to really fall in love. But you're not allowing yourself to fall in love. You're not allowing yourself to experience what real love is because you have so much fear and so much pain. And you're not willing to do the work to heal and evolve beyond that level in your life. And so you're holding yourself back from even experiencing the love that you really desire. But real healing doesn't come from numbing yourself and avoiding the hard things. It comes when you face what's hurting you. It comes when you're willing to do the work, when you're willing to go through the healing that hurts, when you're willing to face your childhood traumas and work on yourself, when you're willing to get the help, when you're willing to invest in your mind, body, and spirit each and every day. That's when healing occurs. That's when you are willing and have the courage to take the risk of emotional healing in order to attract the love that you really desire. See, that's where your breakthrough starts. It starts when you begin to break out of that old version of yourself, when you break out of the doubts that held you back in the past, when you break out of that comfort zone that have kept you complacent, and you allow yourself to evolve, to grow, to thrive into who you know God has called you to be, and to experiencing the love that you envision for yourself, experiencing the life that you really desire for yourself. See, the very life that you desire and the amazing things you want to experience is all hidden in what you've been avoiding. It's hidden in the things that you have been avoiding to do. It's hidden in the necessary steps that you've been avoiding in order to invest in your mind, body, and spirit, in order to do the work to heal yourself, in order to release the past pain, to get out of the situationship and the bad relationships and the toxic emotional trauma bonds that you've been experiencing. It's requiring you to do the real work, do the hard work, take the necessary steps to protect your peace, to guard your heart, to follow through with what it is you really know you desire to do in your life. It's when we're willing to listen to our pain and do the things that are necessary. That's when we overcome it. That's when we overcome the pain. That's when we overcome the resentment, the failure, the disappointment. That's when we overcome that discouragement that has held us back, that have kept us emotionally paralyzed from moving forward in our lives. See, we often lie to ourselves about why we don't have what we really desire. We often say, well, it's because, this happened to me. It's because they wasn't there for me. My ex did this to me. My parents did that to me. All those lies holds us back. But when you start taking responsibility for what happened to you, despite what happened to you, taking responsibility, not saying that it's your fault, but you are responsible for doing the healing. You are responsible for doing the necessary work to overcome it. When you start taking responsibility for the life that you have experienced, you will begin to experience the brilliance that was hidden in you. See, it's hidden in you like a treasure. It's meant for you to go through the necessary work that you've been avoiding in order to discover it, in order to discover the life you really desire and envision and dream of, in order for you to discover and experience the love you really desire. It requires you to do the necessary work. It requires you to take responsibility for your life. So you got to get to a place where you say, I'm no longer numbing myself with distractions. I'm no longer numbing myself with other things and other people and other situations and drama and complaining and blaming. I'm no longer going to be numb to what's necessary to grow and to move my life forward. I'm no longer going to be distracted by social media. I'm going to get off. I'm going to get focused and I'm going to do the necessary work to heal myself from the inside out. I'm going to take responsibility for the life that I live because I know that this is my only life that God has gifted me with. And so I'm going to be a good steward over this life. I'm going to be responsible for moving my life forward through healing and growth and elevation. And I'm no longer going to blame the other person. I'm not going to play the blame game, and I'm not going to allow other people to be responsible for the life that I live. I am taking responsibility for my life. I am moving myself forward. I am saying that I can do it because I am going to do it, whatever's necessary, even if it requires me to become a new person. I'm willing to walk away from the past. I'm willing to walk away from the shame and the pain and to move forward in the elevation and growth that God has placed upon my life. I know there's a calling for my life. I know that there are greater things for me, and I'm not going to be held back or avoid to do the necessary work in order to heal and move my life forward. I'm willing to stay focused. I'm willing to stay grounded. I'm willing to remove all the distractions because I know that God has something greater for me. I know that blessings are mine, that I am receiving blessings and success and love and joy and peace. And I am no longer going to hold myself back from receiving what I know that is meant for me. Listen, I want you to understand that you got to stop underestimating what you are capable of. Because listen, you may not know what you are really capable of because you've never experienced it. You never allowed yourself to move forward and to do the hard things that's required in order for you to receive that elevation in your life. But when you begin to focus in and do the necessary work, you're going to see your life transform. You're going to be amazed at what you are capable of. So never underestimate yourself or believe that you can't do something that you haven't really tried. You haven't really given it your all. When you begin to move forward and give it your all and do what's necessary, you begin to see your life transform before your eyes. I just want to encourage you to no longer settle. Don't get caught up in the moping and complaining. Oh, I'm not where I want to be. I'm not where I should be. I'm not where I could be. They did this to me. This happened to me. Don't get caught up in that, because what happens is it becomes a pattern in your life. And then you begin to take on this victim role. And then this is who you become. And it shapes and makes your entire life and every area of your life. But when you begin to take responsibility and say, I am going to move forward. I am going to do what's necessary. I am done blaming the other person. I am no longer going to sit and be upset with this person upset with me. I'm upset with them. And it's been going on. This cycle has been happening for years and years and years. I'm making the decision to move forward. I'm not waiting on them to apologize. I'm not waiting on them to show me that they care and they respect me. I don't need them to show me that they respect me. I don't need their apology. I don't need their closure. I am going to move forward and who I know God has called me to be, regardless of what's going on, regardless of the drama. I'm making the decision to be the person that move on and move forward and let it go. I am making the decision to let it go because I know that there's so much more for me, and I am no longer willing to sacrifice what I know God has for me. So listen, I want to encourage you. If you are ready to move your life forward, evolve your life, and face the pain and disappointment, I want to encourage you to click the link in this message to get resources, more resources on life and love, and to connect with me at RainieHoward.com. So be sure to subscribe and share this message with someone who needs to hear it. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I look forward to connecting with you in the next episode.